you are utilizing less electricity and you are utilizing less water.
All
Now
right.
take solar panels and put them on top of that, then you start to reach a net zero target on those buildings. And in some cases, your buildings are actually producing more energy than what it's consuming. Thus having a low impact on the environment, right? We always aim for Masdar to be a blueprint for other cities out there, right? And we welcome all technologies, you know, and again, that's why we're here in Korea, you know, to bring Korean technology as well to the UAE, for sure.
자, 오늘은 해외에서 굉장히 귀한 분을 모셨습니다. 우리가 앞으로 이제 도시를 계획하고 짓는다면 매우 새로운 신기술과 그리고 지속 가능한 친환경 에너지의 정책들을 많이 포함시키게 되는데요. 그 선두에 서 있는 것이 바로 중동의 도시들입니다. 그래서 중동의 계획 도시 중 하나인 마스다르시티를 대표이사를 맡고 계신 우리 아미르 씨를 모셔봤는데요. 오늘 한국 기업들이 어디가 들어가 있는지 그리고 앞으로의 기회는 무엇인지 한번 이야기를 들어보도록 하겠습니다. Okay, so today we have very special guest from UAE, Amir, Director of Ma스다르시티 Free Zone. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jun. It's my pleasure to be here.
Firstly, for our viewers, can you briefly introduce yourself?
Sure thing. My name is Amir Al-Awadi, and I'm the director at Ma스다르시티 Free Zone. My main work is we help businesses come and set up in the Free Zone, which is located in Abu Dhabi, which is located in the United Arab Emirates.
You mentioned Ma스다르시티, but like for us Koreans, not really familiar with Ma스다르시티, the name itself. So it's an urban project, but can you explain what it is?
So Ma스다르시티 is it's a pioneer in sustainable urban communities, right? With a high-tech business hub setting as well, right? Because these two are interchangeable with one another. I always say that you can't have technology without sustainability and vice versa. We utilize new technologies to make our city more sustainable, right? So for example, the buildings that you have today in place utilize energy in a different way than they used to 15 years ago. And that's all due to technology. So that's something that our city is based on. That's what we look. And for example, when we come here to Korea, we love the fact that here in Korea, you guys also are very much knowledge based. You guys, you invent things, you come up with new devices, new way of doing things. So these type of collaborations we feel benefit us in the long run.
Okay, so globally, the key is that energy efficient, like carbon emission free, but like Ma스다르시티 is running 100% renewable energy?
Well, what it's running is, it is running renewable energy.
Yeah.
Obviously, we want to get to net zero. We're trying to get to net zero. You know, we even signed a pledge that is called 2050 to where we hit targets of net zero during that time period. We're well on our way to achieving that. We have our buildings in place. You know, we have a building called the NZ1, MC Squared. We have the IRENA building that's there. And from inception, you can see as every building that comes up, each building that precedes it is more efficient than the one previous to it. So we're reaching net zero.
But like I looked at the YouTube video and
gotta watch what you watch on YouTube, Joe. There's a lot of things on YouTube.
It's a great city, but frankly, it's in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But like as Koreans we think it's gonna be a very hot environment and you need a like extreme cooling system. But how is it sustainable with just renewable energy?
Yeah, that's a good question, Jun. You know, we've actually done tests. And obviously now the entire region, it's got ambient temperature, right?
Yeah.
However, what you can do is you can't change the entire region, but what you can do is you can change a portion of it, right? With given said technologies. So for example, we've done tests in the city itself, comparing it to other parts of the city that don't have the technologies that we're using, and you can see a vast difference in the degrees.
Okay.
Showing you that these technologies actually do work. You know, we have actually there's one other portion to Masdar, which is called the Catalyst program. And Catalyst is a joint venture between Ma스다르시티 and BP, British Petroleum. So we've collaborated together to try and bring startups into the market. So one of the startups that we have actually come up with a thermal imaging system that shows the entire city, and it will pick out points showing you exactly where and what parts of the city need to be focused on. So we say, okay, we'll focus our energy on these areas, and then we will eliminate, leaks that are, for example, from a building, or we're losing cooling because there's, the building isn't designed right. These type of things, these type of technologies help us see things going forward. Oh, and by the way, that company is called 40 Guard as well. They're actually here at the Come Up event as well, showcasing their products. Going back to what you were saying is definitely growth is something that we look forward to always, and technologies is the way to get there. In a nutshell, right?
Okay, so majority of the energy is run by solar panel.
We have solar panels. We have buildings that are designed. The building system that we use, all right, are based on a Pearl rating. So that's a Pearl rating. Basically, it's from 1 to 5. So for example, 1 is your typical buildings, and then our buildings are rated at a 4. Right, the building itself is 4. So what does that mean? That means that you are utilizing less electricity and you are utilizing less water.
All right.
Now take solar panels and put them on top of that, then you start to reach a net zero target on those buildings. And in some cases, your buildings are actually producing more energy than what it's consuming. Thus having a low impact on the environment, right? So we believe that we'll change it, one solar panel at a time, right? The region. So we're slowly building on that. So we always aim for Masdar City to be a blueprint for other cities out there, right? And we welcome all technologies, and again, that's why we're here in Korea, to bring Korean technology as well to the UAE, for sure, to Masdar City.
As you mentioned, like many Korean companies, big companies are really serious about like renewable energy, like solar, wind, and everything. Like, is there any Korean companies like involved in Masdar City?
Well, right now, June, we just came. We're actually going back to the global event that's taking place right now, the Come Up, and there's a lot of companies we met this past week. A lot of Korean companies, well-established ones, and some that are coming up. Right, a lot of startups as well. We're interested in the entire spectrum, and there's some that we've actually agreed with, and you'll see those in a future, signing ceremony taking place when we go back. So yes, definitely. The answer to that is yes. We have met with companies, and we are also looking for them to establish in Masdar City.
So Masdar City is acknowledging Korean companies' technology and engineering.
Of course, definitely.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, what does the word Masdar mean?
That's an Arabic word. It means source.
Source.
Yes.
Oh, so the Masdar City itself is named as a source city?
Source. So it's the source of energy.
Uh-huh.
You get it? So energy is a big part of our lives, and we're always using it. In the past, obviously, we used fossil fuels to try and drive our economies. Now, obviously, fossil fuel has a byproduct effect that we're trying to now move away from, right? So, in fact, that is one of the main drivers is why we push these things and going to a new source of energy, right? So we want one which is the sun, and in others, we have the wind, right? So yeah, and also geothermal, of course, but that is another topic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another thing interesting is the transportation. I saw some, EV?
Yes.
Just like fully self-driving EVs.
Autonomous, yes.
Yeah,
autonomous
running
vehicles.
around the city itself.
Yes.
How is it working?
Good question, Jun. There's many different technologies when it comes to the EVs, right? Right now, what we're looking at more is AI technologies, right? Basically, the computer system that's inside the vehicle itself can do calculations through the sensors, and then from there, it finds its routes. So that's what we're looking at. We also met with Korean companies who are interested in that, and also some other international companies here at the event that are interested in that. That is important to us. Why? Because obviously, anybody, when they're, all of us humans have to get from point A to point B, wherever it is we're going. And that's something that's being done repetitive all the time. So obviously, if you can make that journey sustainable, obviously then you don't have to worry about how many times you do it. You're not affecting the environment. for example, through electric vehicles, right? So that's what we're looking at. It's very important. We have something called a PRT, which we've established since inceptions, 15 years ago. So that's in our DNA. That was autonomous at that time, right? That was using a different system.
Yeah.
But again, we always say, the beauty of Masdar City is the fact that we welcome technology. So technology changes all the time. Tomorrow you're going to have a technology that's going to do things a lot easier than how we were doing it in the past. We'd be like, why didn't we think of that? It just wasn't the right time. So yes, to answer your question is we're looking for that new technology always to make things easier in the city.
So for heading to the future, what's Masdar City's vision and strategy, and how is it different from the other new future type city?
The difference, I would say, one of the major differences is with Masdar City. One, we have top-down, right? We have top-down support. So our leadership are always, innovative and helping us and opening doors for us. For example, when we came to this event right now, right, that was set by the ministry itself. And through these meetings, obviously, we get to have knowledge exchange with different companies, and we take that and we bring it back to the city, and we utilize that in our projects going forward, right? So our plans are always updated. So this city, it even trickles down to, for example, when we have investors who come and they want to purchase a plot. When they want to purchase a plot, there's standards. It's not just based on ROI. Come, build, and let them come and rent out, and I get my money back. It's not about that. It's about setting a blueprint through the standards, through the materials that are used, through the MEPs, through the electrical systems. Everything comes together to make that Pearl 4 rated building that we were speaking of, and basically put a sustainable city of the future in place. That's the difference usually. It's not sometimes people think it's a real estate, but it's not. It's more of a sustainable real estate approach.
But there are many cities, especially in the Middle East, try to build a new futuristic cities, but is there any benefits to the companies or people try to move into Masdar City? Of
course, definitely. Jun, one of the things I say is that the Middle East, UAE itself, and Masdar City is located between East and West, right? It's a gateway. So companies, for example, that come from Korea have a gateway straight to the West, right? And vice versa. The same that people come from the West. We get a lot of European countries that also come to Masdar City that they have a gateway to the East. But what makes it different at Masdar City is the fact that Masdar City acts as a platform for them. So we have partnerships with many different government entities. And when you have those partnerships, you make it easy for them. You make it easy for the different companies and businesses to open their doors, set you up with visas, set you up with leases, set you up with licenses, right? Regulations, activities, all of these things fall into place to help those businesses. And we feel that we do that very well, and we're proud of that.
That's great benefit to the business people. Very convenient.
For sure.
Okay, how about COP28? In COP28, what kind of agendas will Masdar present, and what do you expect from the output of COP28?
Yes, COP28, we will be involved in COP28. Masdar City itself will have a festival there to where we're going to introduce, bring over the media as well. The media will come. We're going to have our partners. We're going to have our members that are going to take place there. And we're going to be able to showcase what it is we've learned through the 16 plus years of building Masdar, a sustainable city called Masdar, for example, and have dialogue, a chance for dialogue, a chance to meet new companies, and invite them all to Masdar City in the end. That's we would love for them to come there. We believe that that's a place that they would love, and also to be exposed to the UAE in general.
Okay. So Amir, you're director of Masdar City Free Zone, but what's the difference? Masdar City and Masdar City Free Zone is different?
Yeah, good question, June.
Yeah.
Masdar City and Masdar City Free Zone are one and the same. So it's the same location.
Yeah.
Masdar City is a free zone.
Oh.
So basically, with everything I said with regarding to building the city and the way it's being built, you also have the free zone services within it. Right? That's what differentiates it from a typical real estate project.
Yeah.
Right? So you can actually conduct business there. We are the authority to help you with your licenses, with the business needs that you have, with your ID cards, with your employees, golden visas, these type of things.
So it's like kind of regulation free to the business people?
I wouldn't say regulation free. There are regulations because you always have to have regulations in any economy to make sure things run right, but it's tax free.
Tax free?
There you go.
100%?
100%.
Really?
That's the whole point of a free zone.
Okay, so Mazda City Free Zone is very business-friendly places.
That is.
Okay, so as Korean and for our viewers, we are very interested about business opportunities in Mazda City. So what are the potential business opportunities for Korean companies?
Very good question, Jun. Korea, you have a population of 51 million. Your GDP is over $1 trillion. And you guys are obviously, this has been thought of, right? You have enormous background of talent, and you guys have focused on where it is you want to go. So to us, we welcome that. That's something that we think is going to be amazing for Masdar City. We have exciting sectors that we focus on. We have the tech sector, right? We have AI, we have health tech, we've got space. When we have the AI, for example, we're working on new packages for the AI. We already have packages established to help out the AI community, for example, the university students that graduate from there. At the same time, because we believe that they're the future, right? So when they get their degrees, they get their master's degree, their PhD degrees, they will then come and bring those technologies into the city. So all those sectors I had mentioned, that's open for Korean companies to come and visit us. I know myself because I was just talking to a few companies here, and they are definitely within those sectors, and they were like, yeah, we would love, I noticed a lot of mobility that, here, very interested in mobility. So we'd like to definitely, come on over to Masdar City and find your future.
I believe many Korean companies want to jump into Mazda City and do the business, but like from your experience, can you give them some advice or tips or comments about doing businesses in Mazda City?
For sure. Jun, a lot of it's like anybody, like with anything. People will be excited and they want to come and they rush there immediately. I was just talking to one Korean company yesterday about this. And I said, look, you guys have ideas already in place. You're running the business here, which is great, but you're not sure because you're going to a new place. You're going to a new country, right? You can always start off small. We have something called the flexi desks, right? You go there, you start up with the flexi desk, you get a feel of what the market's like. Yeah. And then we will take you by the hand and we'll show you different industries, leaders. We'll connect you to the right people that you need to speak to, right? To the right government departments that you need to speak to the right. We have 1,100 companies there in Masdar City. We'll take you and we'll show you these companies as well. And you yourself will get an idea once you're on the ground seeing what's taking place. So I always say start small if you're not sure for the smaller companies, right? And then from there you can grow. I've seen a lot of stories like that. And of course for the big ones, it's easier. They can just take an office space, 30 square meters, and then they can just do a test run. They can just give them a license, a branch of what they already have, and then they just do business as usual, and then they start doing their work, right? So yeah, there's multiple angles to enter the market. And that's what we are. We're a platform. Masdar City is a platform to help these businesses come and start up.
But like for smaller companies or like just travelers or just entrepreneurs,
yes,
is it easy for them to get a working visa?
Yeah,
work permit?
Of course.
In Mazda City?
Yes, definitely. That's why we're a free zone.
Okay.
We're a one-stop shop, right, to help you with your visa needs and to help you with your business needs, set you up with your licensing, your leasing, all of that's together.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the last question, if you have anything to say to our Korean viewers, please tell us.
Well, I'd like to say thank you very much for having me here in Korea. That's the first thing. Second of all, I would like to say, welcome. Welcome to Masdar City. It's open to you. We have, like I said, a number of packages. We have over 500 activities that they can choose from. And we would look forward to seeing them calling Masdar their home one day.
Okay. Thank you so much about your time and
Thank you.
explanation about Ma스다르시티. f.아미르, director of Ma스다르시티 Free Zone. Thank you.
Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you, Joe.
자, 그러면 많은 한국 기업들에게 좋은 기회가 열리기를 바라면서 오늘 컨텐츠는 여기서 마무리하도록 하겠습니다. 오늘도 끝까지 함께 해주셔서 진심으로 고맙습니다.